what it's like to suffer and struggle through horrible situations, and I just want everyone to just always be happy. But throughout my life, my family kind of always called me selfish, but through the years I've completely changed, and basically everyone else comes first. And like I'll help people to the point where it puts me through hell, just because I just always want to try and inspire people to pursue, like, I don't want them to pursue their life goals. Back in 2010, I met Andrew.
Oh.
He's my now
This is
ex-boyfriend.
him?
Yes, this is my ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just leave that.
And my life completely revolved around him. I would wake up, pick him up, spend the entire day and night with him, and then the next day it was the same exact routine, and it was like that on and off for 2 years. When I first met him, I was kind of attracted to the fact that he was like, I guess like a bad boy, you can say. He had just been suspended from school, he'd been arrested, he was in rehab. The thing is, like, when I should have ran away from who he was, I viewed him as a person who was trying to cover, and I wanted to like try and help him save his life and like
Do it again.
kind of just help him put his life back together. And while we were dating, he never got along with his mom. He was one of 14 kids. He got along with his family, but when it came to just life decisions, his mom just always was like, no, you're not going to do this, don't do this, and he would just do it anyways. So he moved out of his house. I made him go back home. I'm like, you have to go, you can't have this relationship with your mom. And when he needed someone to pick him up at 3 in the morning from work, I was outside waiting for him. Yeah, I was. And when I felt that like I needed to talk about something serious, I would have to force him to sit down because he didn't want to deal with it. He didn't want to deal with it. He's like, nothing's wrong, we'll get better, like we'd have to talk about it. But we clearly did, and I would force him to. Eventually, I realized I couldn't help him anymore. We were fighting every day. He was hanging out with the wrong people who got him in trouble in the first place. And I was trying to pull him away from them and bring him into like my group of friends, but I couldn't. His life was falling apart and he was lost, and I realized as long as we were together, he would continue to ignore my input and theories on how we should better his life. And then I realized as long as I was with him, I would continue to make myself miserable in the process of trying to fix someone who did not want to be helped, and saw nothing wrong with the way he was living his life, so I made a decision to leave. When I met Dana, my life changed. She became a sister to me. I already have a sister, but she was like my best friend that became my sister. And when we met, I was having a party at my house, and this group of girls walked in. I didn't know who any of them were, so I kicked them out. A week later, turned out one of them was Dana, and we have been best friends ever since. And at first, our friendship revolved around going out on the weekends, partying, things like that. But she eventually realized pretty quickly that I wasn't the type of girl. I had my priorities, I had my work to do, and I would always come first. And when I went away to University of Rhode Island, she was 20 minutes away at Salve in Newport. And that brought us closer together because it was a sense of home that was with me at all times. And I began to count on her. And after realizing that I wanted to come home after my first semester, she eventually followed at the end of the year. But her reason were because her life was focused around drugs and alcohol, and she ended up failing out of school. She came home, she started attending Nassau with me, and then from there, her life just went even more out of control. She stopped going to class despite my constant pushing her to follow the right path. She would stay home, either drink all day or just get high in her backyard. She was in a really horrible place emotionally. She was very depressed, and she became my target, and not only my target, but I guess it was kind of like, I didn't want to lose her. I was scared that something bad was going to happen to her, and I was by her side the second she needed me. If she needed me, I was there. I would skip class for her if she was having a breakdown, because I was scared of what she would do to herself. And from there, her life became just even worse. She was on either coke or Molly or acid every single night. She was always drinking, and I would constantly tell her, you need to stop, you can't do this, you're ruining your life, how you're acting is unacceptable. and life-threatening. And she didn't care about her life. She didn't care at all about anything. And I knew that she was toxic for me and I had to like push her away, but at the same time, I didn't want to give up on her because she means so much to me. And then a little while later, she realized what she was doing and she realized how harmful it was, and she kind of pushed herself away. And since this past September, I've been fighting with her and I told her she has a problem. She became defensive, turned it around on me. She's been in denial. And then in October, we both got too crazy one night. Then I took a break. And the next day, she lied to her mom about where she was going. She told her mom she was coming to my house. Her mom kept calling me. I texted Dana. I'm like, you need to answer your phone. Your mom's calling me. I don't want to lie to her. And eventually, Dana wasn't answering me, so I had no choice but to answer the phone. I answered the phone. I'm like, Dana's not at my house. And her mom was like, I know she's not. I went past her house. She's not there. Where is she? Her mom started yelling at me, and I was like, I'll try and find her. Eventually, I found her. She was not. But like the person she was with did not answer his phone either. Eventually, from there, Dana got pissed off at me because I had told her mom everything, like the truth about where she was, what she was doing, and then she went on this whole other story about this kid that was in her life. That's a very horrible influence. Apparently, I don't know what he does. I don't want to know what he does. I'd stay away from him. And I eventually told Dana's mom every single detail of Dana's life because I didn't know what else to do. I told her who she was hanging out with, what she was doing, how much she was drinking, everything. I did not know what else to do. And Dana didn't speak for me for days. But when she did, she told me she understood why I spoke to her mom and that she wasn't mad at me. And that weekend, we decided to go hang out at my friend's house in Queens. I drove because I needed a break. And she ended up drinking a full bottle of wine. She had some beers at my friend's house. She blacked out, did not remember anything. The next morning, I woke up from a text from her and realized that she had a problem. I spent almost 2 years trying to help her, and I had finally gotten through. It was the greatest feeling in the world when she told me I saved her life. And after months of fighting, and she finally had an epiphany. This is who I am. My emotions, my feelings, they don't matter as long as everyone else is happy and smiling. No one should ever be depressed or sad. I've been through it. I can handle myself. I have people I can talk to. I have my friends. I have my family. I have my therapist if I really need her. Not everyone has that person in their life, and I make it kind of my job to be that person, to always be there for my friends, especially my friends. But my passion also happens to be my flaw. Because I will go through hell to make anyone happy, to the point where I can almost lose myself. And I'll push until I see that they're gonna change. And everyone deserves to have a positive influence in their life. And I choose to spend my time being that person.
Preach, sister.
I mean, I kind of just told Dana, it get to the point where I realized, okay, she's not listening, she's gonna do whatever she wants anyways. So kind of just let her do it. And then like, once I see it getting too much, then I'll throw my input in there. And she'll hear what I'm saying, but she doesn't act out on it. But now, she's changed a lot. Like on Halloween, everyone went out. Every single one of my friends went out. She stayed home with her mom. And like, she didn't go out because she knew, because she always feels like she's missing something. So that's why she goes out and she just goes crazy. But like, she's realizing now, like, she has to slow down. Like, she has things she needs to do. She needs to take more than 2 classes at community college, or she'll be there her whole